Yo, what's up, everybody? Welcome to another installment of BrickWall Reviews. I'm Dave, and tonight I'm here to talk about the HBO Max original series, Made for Love. Before I get started, I want to remind you guys to go ahead and hit that like button, subscribe. I should change my shirt. Oh my God, this shirt fitting me right now. Look at that. Look at that. Look all freaking... Nah, who cares? Before I get to it, I'll remind you guys to go ahead and hit that like button down below, subscribe to the channel. Make sure you check out all my other reviews that we've done here on the channel. I did Doctor Strange the Multiverse of Madness. I talked about that. I know I said I was going to do some spoiler talk, and that's coming. That's coming. I'm working that out. Sam is still away right now, so I'm be holding it. Like I said, I'm be holding it down. I'm coming up with some new stuff to do for the channel too, so hopefully that all can work out the way I want it to. I've been stalling for time. Y'all know me. I'll be pulling up the information all late and whatnot. But like I said though, yeah, so tonight I'm talking about Made for Love. Made for Love is the HBO Max original series that was released, I think, like when the show launched. Well, when the streaming service launched, I think that's when the show came out. It premiered on April 1st of last year. It's based on a novel written by Alyssa Nutting that's pretty much has the same name, Made for Love. And it's currently in season 2. The show was good. So basically what this is, I'm talking about this show in particular because there's a few shows I've been watching lately, and some shows I have to start that I've been telling y'all I've been going to start for a long time, but just haven't yet. But this is one of the shows I've been checking out. It stars Kristen Milotti, Billy Magnuson, Dan Bickett. Oh, I can't say that name. Noma, I can't say that name either. Look, I'm gonna stop trying to pronounce names that I can't pronounce. Ray Romano is definitely in this series as well. So it's got a few good actors and actresses and everything in there. It's a good cast. They all do good at their on their roles. But it pretty much follows the so it's a woman that's played by Christine. What her name was again? Christine Milotti. She escapes from a suffocating 10-year marriage to a tech billionaire, and she discovers that her husband had her fitted with a tracking device. That device, which he implanted in her brain, allows him to track her location, watch her live, and know her emotional data as she tries to regain her independence. So to simplify that plot for you, he basically puts a chip in her head, and this all happens in the first season. They do explain it. So what the chip is, it's like a love chip, pretty much. It's like the way it's described is that it's a way for you to feel connected to your partner at all times, right? So what the chip does, it allows you to see the things that your partner sees. It's basically a tracking device. Like I just said, like he can see the things that she sees. He can hear what she's talking about. It does, like I just said, it keeps track of her emotional data. So like if she's happy about something, if she's aroused, if she's sad, basically, the science stuff measures your heart rate and your pulse and shit like that. But so what happens is, like, she learns about this chip and she's trying to get away from him. And it's hard to do that when the person you're trying to get away from practically has a chip in your head and they can see everything. And there's a few good jokes that come out of that. But I'm not really going to spoil much of the show, but where the first season ends off, the second season kind of picks up. And one thing I like about this show so far, just with these 2 seasons, is that when the series starts, like when the first season started, you're kind of thrust right into like the middle of a situation. The first thing we see in the situation, or in the series rather, is we see the main character. Let me get her name real quick because I want to address these characters by name. Hazel Green, the main character, her name is Hazel. So we see Hazel kind of climbing out of this I guess you could say, for lack of better terms, she's pretty much crawling out of a sewer. And so that's like how the series starts. We see her climbing out of the sewer. She's like in the middle of the desert, and she's like trying to flag down a ride. And then throughout the series, throughout that first season, you kind of see what led her up to that, how she escaped, and then pretty much the aftermath of that. And so the second season starts off where there's a murder, and she's finishing the job, but now we're at the point where we're seeing the things that led up to that. Um, this is a good show. It's really funny. It's very interesting. Just the concept alone is very interesting. The cast, like I said, they do a really good job in there. This isn't really a show that's contingent on twists and turns, which is fine. Not everything needs like a big twist or a big turn in order to make it enjoyable. It's just very reasonably enjoyable. Like I said, a lot of good jokes. And you really can connect with Hazel a lot and seeing her journey. With her ex-husband, whose name, hold on, because and it's really interesting what they do with the husband character. I'm about to actually talk about him. His name is Byron Gogol. That's right, I said Gogol. And does Gogol sound like anything to you? Gogol sound familiar? Maybe like a search engine that we use all the time? Yeah, like Google. So his tech agency is like Amazon mixed with Google. Like they have like technology that like controls like or makes up our everyday lives. Like literally, like every aspect of our everyday lives is created or technologically rather of our technological lives is created by this company. And it's a company that as we find out in the second season that the government is, or even somewhere in the first season I think too, is that the government and the feds are trying to investigate it, trying to figure out more about this Byron Gogol guy, because what he does, right, and why Hazel went through so much to escape is because um his employees and anyone he's in love with or marries or whatever case may be, they live in a secret location, like the Gogol headquarters that they are in, that they're running and everything, that facility. It's in a secret location that no one knows except for Byron Gogol, and I would assume anyone with that level of intel and knowledge, like the employees in the second season right now. We start to learn more about the company. So we see like the employees, they have to go through a rigorous examination, and then they're pretty much they get their identities wiped from the board, wiped clean, so like they don't exist anymore into the outside world. They have to live there on the Gogol campus. I'm gonna say they have to live on the Gogol campus pretty much the rest of their lives. Like and they kind of allude to the fact that people who want to quit, let's just say you quit working at Google, you're probably gonna quit living too, if you catch my drift. So that's a really interesting thing about it. And the hub, like they call it the hub, it you can set like the time of day in there. You can do whatever you want. Like you can make an environment for yourself. You can live any type of life that you want. Like in the manner of speaking, like it's not complicated, but there's definitely more to it that we're starting to learn about in the second season. So that's kind of like why I'm not fully coherent on talking about it, just because like we're actively learning, like in the second season, learning more about the company itself. Because in the first season, you kind of just see Hazel's journey and what Hazel went through living in the hub and how she was disconnected from her friends and family, didn't see them for years. And the only thing they knew was that she was married to a tech billionaire. They didn't know anything about her. But when she escapes, that's when they're like, "Hey, Hazel, you're so rich, too rich to come back to our small little town and talk to us and everything." And she even has a strained relationship with her dad, who's played by Ray Romano. And I'm so glad I found a way to segue into that, because Ray Romano's performance here, I didn't really watch Everyone Loves Raymond. And I can't remember if I don't even really remember any movies that Ray Romano was in besides Ice Age that I've seen. But right here, Ray Romano's performance here is really good. Like I enjoy it. So he's her estranged dad, and you learn a lot about this in the first season. After Hazel's mom died when she was younger, her dad became an alcoholic and just kind of really neglectful. He ends up in a relationship with a sex doll, which that in itself is just, it's sad. It's really sad when you kind of see it and see what the relationship is with the sex doll, but it's really funny because it's a sex doll. So it's a very interesting thing there. His performance, her dad's also sick of like some type of cancer, and so he's on the verge of dying. But and there's a very interesting solution to his well-being that does cause confliction between does cause a little confliction within Hazel. And does end up giving her ultimatum. And by this point now, you probably already figured out what it is. But if you haven't, I'm not going to say it anyway. I definitely do recommend watching this show so that you can see how that plays out. Here in the second season, things are getting a little bit more insane. Like the first season was pretty much like straightforward. You see, like I said, you see her escape. You see the things that she goes through, who Byron sends after her, and then how Byron treats some of his employees sometimes. It's a very interesting show. So now I want to talk about Byron a little bit because I've mentioned him a lot. I've said kind of what he does, so you kind of think he's like crazy. But what you kind of notice about Byron is that he's not crazy and maniacal, so to speak. He's socially awkward. Like he's what we think Mark Zuckerberg is. Like just like you have no comprehension of what it is to be a human, do you, Mark Zuckerberg? Like, and that's what Byron Gogol is. Like it's like his public demeanor, his public matter of fact, comparing Byron to Elon Musk is a little bit better because like Elon Musk, we see him in public, it's like, I mean, you got personality, but you kind of weird, aren't you? And Byron Gogol, he's kind of like the same thing. He has a personality for the public, but when you see his private life and just kind of see the things that he does in relation to like Hazel and himself and having his assistant around trying to help him understand how to connect with Hazel and connect with humans in general. Like he literally Googles, he literally uses his search engine Goggle to find ways to connect with Hazel and to be human, pretty much. Like he's so like I would not be upset if this show had a twist where Byron was an alien from another planet. Like that's how awkward he is, and it's really fascinating because they do give him a very strong arc in between the first and the second season so far, and you kind of see even in the second season, you kind of see that he's becoming more human the more that Hazel is kind of bringing that humanity out of him. So it's really interesting just seeing that and seeing and they kind of dive into his past a little bit in this second season. So you kind of see some stuff, but then there's also mystery around that. So I'm really just so far off the second season, I'm very interested to see what Byron's full backstory is. I hope we get that in this season. If not, I hope it gets renewed for a third season and we can actually see what Byron's full backstory is because this guy's a mess for real. Like it's crazy. Let's see. I mean, there's some there's a lot of interesting characters in here. This show has a talking dolphin who pretty much wants to fuck a black guy, and as crazy as that sentence sounds, y'all gonna have to y'all just gonna have to see it to believe it. And what I'm talking about. I'm trying to find this dude's name. Oh, what is it? What is his character's name? I forgot what his character's name is. This isn't him though. No, that's not him. Dang it. Who is this dude, man? I'm trying to it's a guy in the show. He's like an FBI agent. His name is Jay. The character's name is Jay. He's played by Sarunas J. Jackson. What has Sarunas J. Jackson been in? He's been in Insecure. Yeah, he's been in Insecure. That's probably what y'all would know him from best. Yeah, because I don't see anything else that I haven't even seen these things. So, but yeah, so he's a really interesting part of the show. I mean, there's a lot. Like I said, I'm not going to spoil the show for you, but I do. Like I said, again, I do recommend it. They drop episodes weekly. I think they do 2 at a time too. They do 2 at a time weekly. I believe the day of the week that they do it on is in. I'm about to see right now what day of the week. Come on, show me the day of the week. No, okay. Well, listen. It comes on, I think, like Wednesdays or Thursdays. Thursdays they drop new episodes. I believe it's 2 at a time. So you can definitely get a good watch out of it. Yeah, no, that's all I really got to say though. Like I really, y'all know I'm big on not spoiling things, so like I don't really want to talk too much about the show and end up spoiling some very interesting things about it. Um, but yeah, it is a good watch. I do think it's good. I don't know how many times I'm gonna say that. Uh, check it out. It's now available on HBO Max. It's called Made for Love. I'm trying to think, is there really anything else I can say about this show? We talked about the comedy. I talked about oh, I can tell you how Byron met Hazel real quick. So Byron kind of meets her, woos her, shows her a little bit of what the hub can do, and then pretty much just takes it to the main hub, and then like keeps her there. Like, and Hazel doesn't get out of the hub. The employees of the hub don't talk to her. Like, her only friend in the hub was a dolphin, the aforementioned dolphin that I said can talk like telepathically. Um, which again is weird, I know, but so yeah, it's and just her desperate, like she's been out of the public for so long. You see this in season one. She's been out of the real world for so long that when she gets back out in there, she's like, she just like lives life in a way that she hadn't got to live in years, So it's really interesting show. Like I said, it's 2 seasons in. I do highly recommend it. I don't know how many times I can say that right now, but that's really all I got for it. I don't know the critical rating of this, but I've heard nothing but good things. Let me look it up real quick, then we'll be out here on the way. So Made for Love has a 94% on Rotten Tomatoes and a 6.8 out of 10 on IMDb. Me personally, I'm giving this show, I give it 4.5 out of 5 stars. Like I said, everything I've already said. And yeah, just make sure y'all check it out. New episodes are coming this Thursday, the 19th. So make sure if y'all ain't got nothing else to do and you have HBO Max, check it out. They drop 2 episodes at a time, like I said. So make sure you guys check it out. If you got time, binge the first season. If not, just jump into these new episodes. Not too bad, not too bad. You won't be too confused, but you will be intrigued. I can promise you that much. And if you enjoyed the show, come back here and comment below. Tell me what you enjoyed about the show. And if you want me to go ahead and do another review when the season ends. But until then, guys, that's all I got for y'all tonight. Thank you for tuning in. I will Sunday. I know I wasn't here yesterday, but I plan to be back here Sunday, and I think I'm gonna make Mondays. I'm gonna add Mondays to the new BrickWall schedule, but I'll give y'all more information on that when it's concrete and solid. But other than that, guys, stay safe out there. My heart goes out to the people who lost someone in the recent mass shootings. There were more than one, and I can't even wrap my head around a lot of it, but my heart goes out to all y'all. Everyone stay safe out there. It's starting to heat up, but just because it's heating up, don't mean we go out there and start acting a fool. Stay safe, stay healthy, drink water, stay hydrated, and meditate at all times. That's all I got to say for y'all, man. Subscribe to the channel. Peace.